Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Get Active with Mr Satt. I hope you guys enjoyed yesterday and the Connected Learning experience. It was a great day for us all. Started off, obviously, with this. So hopefully you guys really enjoyed today. As mentioned yesterday, the structure of the week will be that Monday, Wednesday, Fridays will be more total body sessions like yesterday. And then today and Thursday will be more of a kind of a mobility and core session. Okay, so almost a nice way to sort of enter you into the day, a bit of a stretch to start with, but also getting some good work done, making sure you get a bit of core work done. Okay, just a couple of things to emphasize. Obviously, like we said yesterday, the most important thing is that we enjoy ourselves. However, let's please make sure that we're practicing safe. So let's make sure you've got a clear space in front of you. Please make sure that if you're working on a hard floor, although we're not going to be jumping and things like that today, if you are working on a hard floor, that you've got some appropriate footwear if need be. If you want to be sliding around or anything like that. And like I said, if you don't feel comfortable with absolutely anything, please make sure you stop, just listen to some of the coaching cues, and hopefully it will start to make sense. However, I will make sure that I give you guys some progressions and regressions for each exercise. So, without further ado, the way that this is going to work is we're going to do a bit of an extended stretch to start with as our mobility. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit longer. We're going to go through a bit of a mobility flow. And then after that, we're going to go into a core session. So let's get started. Perfect. You don't need a yoga mat. Obviously, I've laid mine out just for a bit of comfort, but you definitely don't need this. Okay, so the way that this is going to start, okay, so we're going to go onto our knees like this. And you will recognize some of these exercises, almost yoga style exercises. So all we're going to do is put your hands out in front of you like so, and then you're going to sit your hips back towards your heels. So from here, all I want to do is just breathe into this position. So just holding, what's it called? This position for holding this position for a while. So from here, and then we just breathe into it. And then from here, guys, what we're going to do now is lean forward, push our chest to the sky, and we're going to hold this position. Once again, just breathing into it. So a nice, relaxing start to the morning. Really good, guys. So from here, all you do is now walk your hands so they're in line with your chest. And if you watch me, I'm going to go up onto my toes, and I'm going to stretch my calves. So up onto my toes, and I'm going to stretch my calves. Try and keep a nice straight back and put some weight onto your toes. If you want, you can just rock side to side to get a bit more of a stretch on either side of your calves. It's really tight on one side. Perfect. Now, if you're watching me here, all I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my left leg and I'm going to shoot it forward to my left hand. So from here, I'm going to shoot it forward, drop that knee to the floor, and I'm just going to come tall. And then from here, all I'm going to do is push my hips forward, feel a nice stretch into my hip flexor. Okay, if you want to make the stretch a little bit more intense, put your hands above your head and hold that position. If you want to further make it a bit more intense, you can just lean over to the left. Okay, let's make sure that we're not overarching into our backs here, okay? So keep the tension to our hips. Let's not just sink into it. Let's hold a good stretch into this position. Very good. Now once you've done that, hands back to the floor. I'm going to go back into our calf stretch. So from here, chest tall, try and push your heels all the way to the floor. Awesome. Then bring the right foot up to your right hand, drop your knee, and go into a hip flexor stretch again. So remember, we want to overarch. So hold in this position, feel a good stretch through our hip flexor. Put your hands up high if you want to have a little bit more of an intense stretch. And we can shift over to the side ever so slightly as well. Awesome, great work, guys. From there, all you're going to do, bring your hands back in line with your chest and back onto your knees. Now, if you watch me, I'm now going to take my left leg I'm going to shoot it out to the side like this. Once I shoot that side, try and keep this left foot flat on the floor. And then all I'm going to do is push my hips back towards my heel. And I'm just going to hold this position. So you should feel it stretch to the inside of your thigh. If you want, you can just rock into this position backwards and forwards ever so slightly. Remember, try and keep a nice straight back. Breathe into it. Perfect. Now I'm just going to bring my knee back. And then all I'm going to do is same thing. Shoot your right leg out to the side and then hips to the floor. Try and keep a nice straight back. Feel free to rock into it if need be. And also feel free to use your hands to push your hips back. Awesome. Last two guys, we're going to go back into that sort of child's pose here. So I'm just going to hold this position, hands out far, and just breathe into a nice and relaxing finish. And then we're going to back into this stretch, so chest tall, breathing into it, sink those hips to the floor. Feel free to wiggle side to side from the stretch to the side. And relax there. Perfect. Okay, so I hope everyone's feeling a little bit sort of loose, warm, a little bit more mobile, especially after yesterday, after a good tough session. What's going to happen now, like I said, is we're now going to go into a bit of a core session, okay? So we get some sort of good intense work into the workout today. I'm going to quickly talk through the exercises that I did yesterday, and then we'll get stuck into it. Feel free to get involved when I talk through the exercise now, just so you get a feel for each exercise. So the first one, a double crunch. So you'll be laying flat on the floor like this. And the most important thing I should emphasize today, guys, is anyone that's followed the Twitter videos, anything to do with core, I've always said, imagine that you've got a belt on and that you've done it up really tight. So your belly button is pulled in like this, belt done up really tight, so your core's switched on the whole time. No sort of arching of the back at all or flexing of the back. So if you watch me here, a double crunch, legs up into the air, arms up into the air. I'm going to bring them back and crunch. Bring them back and crunch. Okay? Now, important things here. Make sure your back's flat against the floor the whole time. If when you extend your legs, your back starts to come out like this, okay? Don't worry, just let your legs go high rather than low. So if you watch me, legs high and then crunch. Legs high and then crunch. Okay, so that's the first exercise. The next one, core tight. You bring your chest up ever so slightly, and then you're just going to flutter like this. Same thing, back against the floor. And if your back's coming up, just raise your legs a little bit higher. Okay, if you want to make it a little bit tougher, then you can just go alternating across as well, like so, in between fluttering backwards and forwards. The next one, a plank march. So if you watch me here, all I'm going to do, I'm going to be into the plank position like so. So nice flat back, and then all I'm going to do, keep my core tight. I'm then going to go into this tall press up position, back to the plank. And I'm just going to keep walking through there. Like so. Perfect. The next one is side plank. So what we're going to be doing, side on like this, one leg on top of the other, core tight, and then you're going to push high like this. Okay, now if that's too difficult, you can use the other leg up to the side to stabilize it. That's not a problem. But try and keep here and keep your core tight. Should be a nice flat line from your heels to your head. And obviously go switch into the other sides. And the last exercise, back into kind of that tall press up position like so. All you're going to do, core tight, and we're trying to touch the shoulders. Try and let your hips shift side to side, so core tight. So your shoulder taps working through. Perfect. Okay, so hopefully that all makes sense. Slightly different from yesterday's sense that we're going to do 20 seconds for each exercise rather than 30. Okay, this can be quite demanding. If you get through this and you think, core's feeling a bit tight, don't panic. Just have a little rest and just wait for the next exercise. Okay, it's not obligatory to last for 20 seconds, but if you can, brilliant. Perfect. So I'll get the timer started, then we'll get going. Awesome. So we're going 3, 2, 1. So we're into our double crunch. Remember, back flat against the floor the whole time. If your back's coming up, just like this, raise your legs either further up or don't extend them the whole way. Awesome, perfect. So now we're into flutters. So remember, little crunch up, belly button tight the whole time, fluttering our legs. Remember, back flat against the floor the whole time. If you want a slightly advanced progression, crossing your legs over as well. Very good, awesome. So now we're into that plank march. Remember, into that sort of plank position here. Nice flat back. And then we'll transition into a tall plank. Really slow and controlled with this, okay? Try to keep your belly button tight the whole time and try not to let your hips start to shift too much, like so, okay? Try and keep your core nice and tight the whole time. Awesome, great stuff. So now we're into a side plank, so we have to be quick in our transition here. So heels on top of one another, let's make sure we're set up. Then we're going to raise. Okay, so try and keep core nice and tight, hips to the sky the whole time. And switch. Awesome work, guys, great stuff. Okay, and last exercise in this round is shoulder taps. Awesome, great stuff, guys. Okay, so that's round number 1 done. Okay, we'll have a little minute's rest, then we're back into it again. Really good, guys. So as we progress into this next round, just remember the key things. Imagine you've got a belt on really tight. Okay, so belly button tucked in. No real arching of the back like this. Otherwise, you put lots of strain to your lower back. No real flexing like this. You want to keep a nice neutral spine the whole time. And on those ones where the shoulder taps into that, try not to let your hips shift side to side too much. Perfect. So we're going to go in 5 seconds. So we're back into it. Okay, so core nice and tight. And start with our double crunches. Remember, leave no arching of the back. If you can't extend your legs the whole way without letting your back come out, that's fine. Just work to the range that you can. If you need to raise your legs higher to the sky, that's fine. Again, work to the range that you can. Perfect, really good. Okay, remember, core tight now, belly button tucked in, we're into our flutters. So legs just fluttering up and down. I like to have my hands jammed into the floor as hard as I can. And I feel like it's stabilising myself a little bit more. Remember, feel free to cross over as well for a slightly more advanced position. Perfect, really good. So now we're into that plank position for our plank march. Really good, guys, great work. 2 more exercises into our side plank and then our shoulder touches. Remember, straight line from your heel to the top of your head. And then we switch over. Really good, guys, okay? Final exercise into our shoulder taps. Really good, guys, perfect. Okay, so that's that set done. We've got one more set to do. Hopefully everyone's core starting to feel good. One more set to do, and then we're going to finish off there. Okay, brilliant work, guys. Okay, let's just make sure, let's try and get as much as we can out of this last set. It's great to get the exercise done out of the way in the morning, okay? So let's try and get as much as we can and take as much as we can away from the last set, okay? So we move into it now. So into our double crunches again. Core nice and tight, back flat against the floor. Really good, guys. Okay, so now we're into our flutters. So remember, I like to jam my hand into the floor. I feel it switches on my core a little bit more. Really good, guys. Great work. Awesome. So now we're into our plank march. The last three exercises. Let's try and get as much as we can out of this now. Awesome, great work. Okay, so last two exercises through to our side plank and then our shoulder taps. So remember, heel in line with the back of your head. Try and keep your hips off the floor, core tight. Nice, straight back. And then we'll switch sides. Awesome, great stuff. Last exercise, guys. Okay, so maximum effort into this last one, okay? Remember, be good quality here. Try and let those hips shift. Core switched on. Awesome, great stuff, guys. Perfect. Guys, that is the end of the session. Hopefully everyone enjoyed themselves. Hopefully everyone's got their day kick-started in the right way. We'll see you again tomorrow for a total body session, but have a superb day. Really take all the opportunities that the Connected Learning Experience has to offer. Great work for being here today, guys, and I will see you all tomorrow.